Welcome to Podnutz Daily for October 24th, 2008, episode number 104. I'm going to go right into emails today, guys. I have nothing really new and exciting at the shop, and nothing I could think of anyway. That's just to read some emails here. Hang on one sec. And then I'll play a voicemail, and then maybe I could think of maybe one or two things, but it's been slow over at the shop. Don't have too much to talk about there. So let's just read some emails. Ken writes, this is Ken from yesterday, guys. He was talking about an antivirus program yesterday. He says, please let it be known that I wasn't trying to sell Norman to you and your listeners. Actually, I'm not sure if you want me to read this. Okay. All right, it's Ken. He just basically wanted to say he wasn't plugging Norman for personal gain, Norman antivirus for personal gain yesterday. He actually does use it. He says, please read this on the podcast. Okay, I'm going to read it word for word. Please let it be known I wasn't trying to sell Norman to you or your listeners. I was trying to sell everyone on the idea of selling an antivirus program to make more money and to stop selling the free ones. Think about how much time you spend selling your customer on a product that you make no money from. Yes, the free runs work, but you always get what you pay for. The only reason I sell Norman is it fits my needs. 1, it's lightweight. 2, it has antivirus and spyware protection together. I've always thought that's the way it should be. It should be one active program that does both. 3, your customers can put it up on up to 3 computers. 4, it's affordable, and you can more than double your money selling it. Yes, there are a lot of products out there, but the reason we are in business to fix computers is to make money. Thank you, Ken. Ken, you're right. I'm going to check Norman out, and if I don't like it, I'll probably sell another program. But he's right. I've been plugging AVG for over a year now, and Avast before that, and I don't make a dime off of that. And because it isn't the greatest. It's great for being free, but it isn't the greatest. Customers sometimes get infected quickly after I put it on. So. Andy writes, he gave me a link. He goes, I love Newegg, but this made me wince. All right, let's open up this link, see what he's talking about here. The link it's for first I'll put the link in the chat room so you guys can see it. It's a link for a black 22-inch 5ms widescreen 3D gaming LCD monitor. Here's the write-up on it. You've gotten the latest PC video game. You're looking forward to some more serious action. You have all the hotkeys programmed in. Your controller set to respond to the slightest twitch, and your stereo headphones are ready to wrap you in the multi-channel digital sound that will transport you into the zone. There's only one thing missing. Your monitor displays images in only 2 dimensions. The IZ3D 22-inch monitor is the final piece missing to truly take you into the game. Experience the true power of your favorite game's animation and graphics as they seem to leap from the screen. Simply plug in the monitor to VGA or DVI port on your graphics card and put on the passive polarized 3D glasses and your game will be in your face. The IZ3D monitor is compatible with many first-person shooters and third-person games such as Half-Life, Battlefront, Grand Theft Auto, Unreal Tournament, Call of Duty, World of Warcraft. It's also compatible with many strategy titles, even Guitar Hero. Without the IZ3D monitor, your gaming experience may leave you feeling flat. That's a pretty clever line at the end there. A 3D monitor, wow. Andy, I don't know how that would be. Maybe it's not hype. Maybe it's pretty cool, but I doubt it. But thanks for the link. Okay. Rolando writes, hey, Steve, this is Rolando. I was wondering where or how you learn to take apart and fix laptops. I want to open my own business, and that's one thing I should learn. Keep up the good work. I learn a lot from your podcast. Thank you. Rolando, I learned from just doing it. I didn't go to school for it. I looked a little bit on the internet about ways to do certain things, but not much. The way I learned how to take laptops apart was I had a job where a kid had his power button was broken on his laptop, And so I learned how to take the plate off to fix the power button. Then I had a person with a keyboard that was bad, so I learned how to take the keyboard off. Then I had a person with a broken screen, so then I tried to replace the screen, and I was able to do that. And then has bad motherboards and power jack problems. And as I did it force-fed, like I would take jobs on for laptops that I did not know how to do, but I knew I could figure it out, and then I just figured it out. That's how I did it. But lucky for you guys, I'm making a laptop repair video collection, and it will be released before Christmas, so you can learn faster than it took me to do it. And Nevin writes, hey, Steve, I was listening to show 102 and you were talking about a return computer that had viruses, and you found that the guy had went to a porn site and got the virus. Well, here's a little trick in Internet Explorer. Go to Documents and Settings /username/cookies. Now open index.dat with Notepad. If you scroll down, you see a bunch of junk and then the sites the user has been to. This is a very good way to see what websites the user has been to, even after the temporary internet files, history, and cookies are deleted. Index.dat can't be deleted by the user even in safe mode. Thank you, Microsoft. Nevin, that's a great tip. I was looking for that file. I couldn't find that index file when I was doing my search, but I've used it in the past. That it does. It shows all the sites the person's been to, and you cannot delete that file, or at least not terribly easily. All right, thanks a lot for that, Nevin. Let me play a voicemail here, and we'll see what we're going to do next after that. Here's a voicemail.
Hey, Steve. This is Joe up in Michigan. Hey, I was just listening to, I guess it could have been Wednesday or Thursday show. I'm not certain. It's Friday now. On my way home from work, but you guys were talking about you had a Mark, I think it was, talked about a DNS problem. First thing you had to do is you had to switch people over to OpenDNS. They manage their servers a lot better than anybody else. Secondly, when it really did sound like whoever it was had a virus, and it took over the IP configuration. IPFlush won't change that because it's just going to go right back to that same server and get the DNS information. So what that person needs to do is he needs to change where the PC is getting the DNS information. And you can do that by converting over to OpenDNS. And if you go to that website, it gives you instructions and everything. I've got all my PCs at home. I got all my friends' PCs. I got people at work using it. It really is a neat tool and a neat service. And they're free. They manage their servers a lot better than Comcast or AT&T does. If you can imagine how many DNS servers Comcast and AT&T have to run and maintain to provide worldwide service,